The origin of the story of the matchmaker deity, or Yu Lao, in Chinese, can be traced back to a legendary tale in ancient China called the Cowherd and the Weaver Girl. According to the story, the cowherd was a poor but hard-working shepherd who lived in a thatched hut by the river. His parents had passed away, and he lived alone, leading a bitter life. One day in early July, on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month, while the cowherd was herding his cows by the river, he saw a group of celestial maidens swimming in the water. He was drawn to one of them named the Weaver Girl, and they fell in love. However, the Weaver Girl was the daughter of the Queen Mother of the West and could not be with a mortal like the cowherd. When the Queen Mother found out, she angrily took the Weaver Girl back to the heavenly palace and forbade her from returning to the mortal world. The cowherd was heartbroken, but he was clever and brave. He came up with a plan and secretly took out his old cow, killed it, and made a pair of shoes out of its hide. He put on the shoes, wore a cow horn headband, and transformed into a little god. He flew along the Milky Way and finally found the Weaver Girl in the Queen Mother's palace. The Weaver Girl was overjoyed and shed tears of happiness. They recognized each other and became husband and wife. However, the Queen Mother did not approve of them living together in heaven and sent the Weaver Girl back to the mortal world. Before they parted, the good fairies in heaven gave the cowherd a magical cow so that he and the Weaver Girl could meet on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month every year. Legend has it that the matchmaker deity was the cowherd who transformed himself after reuniting with the Weaver Girl. He helps people find their own love by acting as a matchmaker and facilitating their marriages. In Chinese marriage culture, Yu Lao is a very important deity, and people usually worship him before getting married, praying for his blessing and hoping for a happy and fulfilling marriage. The belief in Yu Lao, gradually spread, and people began to worship Yu Lao in temples, hoping to receive his blessings and find their true love. Later, it evolved into a traditional culture and folk custom. In some areas, Yu Lao Temple also serves as a venue for weddings. If you want to visit the matchmaker god, here are some common ways to pay respects. Usually, besides the main deity, there are other gods in the temple who are in charge of different wishes. You need to worship all the deities in the temple before entering the matchmaker god's hall. 1. With a devout heart, first go to the place, purchase joss paper, incense, and prepare 2 offerings, one for the main deity in the temple and the other for the matchmaker god. Offerings for the matchmaker god are mainly candy and sweet drinks, as the matchmaker god likes sweets. 2. After lighting the incense, introduce yourself respectfully and silently recite your name, address, birthday, and age. Then bow 3 times while holding the incense. 3. It is best to prepare a list before worshipping, clearly listing the criteria for your ideal partner. After introducing yourself, sincerely pray to the matchmaker god to meet your true love soon. 4. After the worship, throw divination blocks to ask for a red string from the matchmaker god. Throwing the blocks 3 times and getting the holy cup can take away the red string. Then, rotate the red string clockwise 3 times over the incense burner and keep it properly in your wallet or purse. 5. If you have any questions for the matchmaker god, you can ask for a poem. The video in future will explain what a poem is. There are 3 best days to worship the matchmaker god. Western Valentine's Day on February 14th. Chinese Valentine's Day on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month. And the matchmaker god's birthday on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, Mid-Autumn Festival. These 3 days are considered the best time to pray to the matchmaker god for love. Finally, don't forget that there are taboos and things to pay attention to when worshipping the matchmaker god. 1. Do not wear hats or sunglasses, and dress respectfully, not too casual or revealing, to show respect for the deity. 2. Do not bring an umbrella. If you have a folding umbrella, put it in your bag. If someone next to you is holding an umbrella, stay away from them. Holding an umbrella while praying will scatter your destiny. This is because the homophone for umbrella sounds like separation. Couples can visit the matchmaker god together. If both parties truly love each other, the matchmaker god will match them. If it is not meant to be, they may also break up, so consider carefully before going. After successfully getting married, remember to come back and thank Yu Lao. The above content is an introduction to the deity in China who is in charge of love. If you have the chance to pass by a matchmaker god temple, you can go in and pay respects. That's all I have to say. Now, I need to prepare my list of criteria for my ideal partner and go find Yu Lao.